can't have the direct feed. Here we go into the C1 Men 1000, and this, for my money, was the most exciting heat that we've seen so far in this regatta. What I'm talking about is yesterday morning. It was FUKSA against Brendel. Here, Filipe VIEIRA from Portugal. So Portuguese are putting someone in every single race. Oleg TARNOVSCHI didn't compete in the Olympics for well-known reasons. Balasz KISS from Hungary. The Hungarians apparently had a choice of whether they're going to come or not this weekend. It's pretty much free reign because they have their major event next weekend. Martin FUKSA, the older of the two FUKSAs, competed this weekend, and we will see them in the C2 500 later in the regatta. And here's Sergio Diaz from Colombia. He won his heat as well. Brendel actually didn't win his heat. He was about a second behind Martin FUKSA, but he did close quite rapidly in the last 100 metres. Lane number 7 is Daniel DURÁN from Spain. They have an excellent tradition in canoes as well. And Nuno BARROS from Portugal. So 2 Portuguese athletes in this race, and it doesn't really matter today if you're a lefty or a righty. Yesterday with the crosswind, if you're a lefty, you had great problems. And let's not mention, of course, Ousmane FALL from Senegal. Senegal brought in a team of 5 athletes. Apparently, they have 7 boats in the whole country. So if you're feeling kind-hearted and you want to help a developing sport, you could certainly get in contact with the Senegalese Federation. It's great to see them competing. There's some great athletes, but clearly there's a lack of, I suppose, experience at this level.
Yeah, that's right. And resource, so when you don't have the resource, it's really hard to get into the sport. So it's fantastic to see that they've made the final today.
Always they're available to speak to us, and they've been a very great dynamic presence around us, but clearly it's all going to be about, well, the fastest off the line is Sebastian Brendel, the Olympic champion, only 2 gold medals in the last Olympics. I suppose that's all he could do. He won the C1 1000 fairly convincingly, and the C2 with Jan van Der, who we can see in saw the elsewhere. But Martin FUKSA in lane 4 in the white tip boat is looking very good as well, and he looked incredibly impressive yesterday.
Yes, that's right. I mean, they're taking it out on that right-hand side of the course. They'll be having a really good eye on each other, being so close. So it'll be good to see how the rest of the race unfolds. But Martin FUKSA is strong out the front so far.
Everyone talks about his amazing technique, which is genetically impossible not to have. His father was an Olympian in '96, his grandfather top international paddler, and for the first time we're going to see in about 3/4 of an hour's time, younger brother Peter, who is just 19, and he's going to be competing as well. So FUKSA at the moment is really taking it out. It's what he did also in the heat.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, he beat Sebastian Brendel, who's the Olympic champion, but as you see, Sebastian's coming through, taking each stroke, he's gaining a little bit more and more. So we'll have to see as they go through.
It has been hunted down by a shark. and I remember doing the commentary in the Milan 2015 Worlds, where it was the most exciting race of all time until I talked to Sebastian about it, and he said he was losing for 999 metres, and he came back and won by 17 thousandths of a second, and they're just panting for the next 10 minutes. But FUKSA certainly putting down an impressive start here. As you say, he is a righty, and Brendel's a lefty, so that might come into it. Not giving away too many excuses to Sebastian Brendel, though, but he did have 4 months off after the Olympics, started training again on the 2nd of January, and told us the other day that his strength is there, but he needs to perhaps have a check on the endurance. And FUKSA perhaps has heard that, and he's saying, I'm going to test you to the limit, mate.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's especially your fitness is tested in that 1,000 metres, so it'll be great to see if Brendel can bring back in those last 250, and that will really test where his fitness is at.
The problem with Sebastian Brendel is he doesn't know how to lose. He's going to be hurting so much.
Yeah, I mean, the distance is staying really similar for them, so I'm sure Martin FUKSA is just pacing it out the front there.
Because he looked incredibly promising last year and didn't end up medaling in the Rio Games, which was perhaps a surprise, because coming into it he was really neck and neck, and obviously Esteves dos Santos, who's not here today, was up there well. But it's going to be interesting because they're coming down to the sharp end of the course, and it's still a length and a half. But look, Brendel's coming back.
He is. He's looking very strong, and so is Martin. So it'll still be interesting to see how they go. But he's still got that boat length lead. Oh, here's Brendel, he's picked up the pace there.
250 metres to go, and Sebastian Brendel is doing a copy pace so far of what he did in Milan. this is going to be really psychologically interesting, I think, as we start the new Olympic cycle, because obviously Brendel has his I never lose mentality, and FUKSA obviously needs to fulfill his potential.
Yeah, that's right. And as you said in Milan, Brendel was behind for majority of the race, so I'm pretty sure he's confident that he can finish really strong. As you can see, he's made some gain on Martin there.
This is wonderful. Through. Coming into 120 metres to go, and it's FUKSA's looking stronger than Milan there. It looks like FUKSA's keeping it going and maybe even pulling away.
Yeah, that's right. It's very, very close. Looking very strong. It looks like they're going to finish with some really good speed there.
Excellent. Martin FUKSA's got another 20 metres to go until he crosses the line. He's going to take the first points of this Olympic cycle. Sebastian Brendel from Germany, I'd say he's just come back after a well-deserved break, so we can't criticise him for that, but he's going to be panting as well. But well done, Martin FUKSA, for against the pressure coming out. And Oleg TARNOVSCHI, the older TARNOVSCHI, has showed that he is a strong paddler coming through in third position, with Sergio DAVID coming through in fourth.
It's fantastic that Martin and Sebastian are here this weekend. It's obviously a great rivalry, and to have that competition is important for both of them to perform really well.
Well, like yourself, you showed up, and everyone was delighted to see you.
No, it's a great place to be, and Portugal always put on a great event, so I do love coming here.
Just off picture, we are seeing Ousmane FALL coming across the line now. So that's from Senegal, also receiving a good round of applause. So it's good to see the developing nations are able to put a team out with the resources which are say limited.
Yeah, that's right, and it's fantastic that they're here. Be a great experience for them. It's a great introductory regatta. Although there aren't the numbers, but it's run really professionally, and there still are some amazing paddlers out there today.
You can't fault the enthusiasm, and Marcus and his team here. They're running around 25 hours a day probably.
Yeah, fantastic.
We arrived this morning at 7, and the whole team were here doing what they have to do. So
yeah, they do put on a great show, and they make you feel, they do the best they can.
So we just a little here. Sorry, here the results, as you can see in front of you. 3:46. Martin FUKSA for the Czech Republic. Sebastian Brendel takes the silver, and Oleg TARNOVSCHI from Moldova takes the bronze medal, which is great to see, and it'll keep the excitement, or build the excitement, as we go through the season to know that it's not a foregone conclusion that Sebastian Brendel can always take the gold medal.
Yeah, and as you can see, the world record is 3:44, so only two seconds off, which is fantastic. Great condition.
He's certainly getting his money's worth today.
That's right. I mean, he's still sweating out there. I mean, it is warm, but he will be very hot under that tracksuit.
Good effort though. That he's actually made it.
He's made it.
Kept the timing well. It's really good effort.
Yeah. So the finals are all finished for this morning's session. So it's fantastic to see great racing today.
And then we had 8 races today. I think we have 12 races tomorrow. It's a packed schedule.
It's a really packed schedule tomorrow, especially for people who are also doing similar events to myself. So the K2 200, K2 500, and the K4 500.
Good. And the K4 500, have you been able to practice? Because obviously it's a straight final.
No, we've practiced in training, but not in racing yet, so we'll have to see.
We saw you even Wednesday evening, so it shows how long back you're putting out some really big spins. But here we go, we're going to have the award ceremony for the C.
There's the Kiwi girls.
Hello back home. The C-1 1000. Pavel on your right is the team leader for the Czech Republic, and Thomas Glenetsky is a very dynamic member of the International Canoe Federation from Germany. I know a couple of weeks ago he was in India. I'm very impressed with the way the Indians are looking to become a major force. And he was telling me last night that India are not too far away from really becoming an instant nation. They have everything in place. There's the money, apparently. There's everything it needs. So look out in 10 years' time. Here we go. We have Sergio DAVID, who's just stepped off the water to take a well-deserved bronze medal, being congratulated for Colombia. He's still looking pretty tired, I suppose, which is normal.
Yeah, that's right. But Obviously, very fit competitor.
I think you all are, to be fair. You don't really see an unfit paddler.
The silver medalist, representing Moldova, is
but there
Oleg
again, you do
TARNOVSCHI.
lots of work, so why not? It's Oleg TARNOVSCHI, the older brother, Sergio's older brother, and they are taking the second place. They're a really good combination, really good paddler. And then finally,
E o medalhado de ouro e vencedor da Taça do Mundo,
The gold medalist and World Cup winner,
that must be saved down.
representing
I
the
just
Czech
realised that
Republic is
Sebastian Brendel's not
Martin
there.
FUKSA.
He was disqualified.
Oh,
So Martin Fuchs has taken the gold medal.
oh.
Well, we'll have to figure out that one out. We'll let you
Yes.
know as soon as possible.
That's right.
But yeah, so because we actually saw the racing, and
That's right. So second across the finish line was Sebastian Brendel, but obviously disqualified.
Please
for some
rise
reason.
for the national anthem of the
have a
Czech
quick look, see
Republic.
if anyone knows.
vosso aplauso para os medalhados da Taça do Mundo 2017.
Give a warm round of applause to the
Thank you.
2017
Martin Fuchs
World
takes
Cup
the gold
medalists.
medal. We're baffled here. We don't know why Sebastian Brendel, who second across the line, has been disqualified, but I guess we'll find out. And Oleg TARNOVSCHI and Saul Diaz. That's why he stepped up to the mark. A bit of confusion there, but we'll find out in a minute what's actually going on. So that pretty much brings to an end the opening day of finals, coming to you here from the Listen Live ICF from wherever you are around the world. Thanks so much for tuning in. Your feedback about how